In 1957, developers wrote code on punch cards. Today, they write prompts for AI. The tools have changed from Fortran to Python, Vim to VS Code, punch cards to Cursor. But the fundamentals, those have stayed the same. And in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 coding fundamentals that have outlasted every single new coding cycle and will still matter when AI writes 99% of all code. And these aren't just tips. They're a way to survive the AI wave that's currently at our doorstep. And don't worry, if you don't master these now, AI still won't replace you, but the people who did learn them will. Before we begin, why should you listen to me in the first place? Well, I graduated just 2 years ago in the middle of this AI wave and horrible economy. Despite that, I managed to get a job with one of the most competitive aerospace companies out there. Not only that, but just recently and after 2 years of being with them, I quit that job and landed another one with one of the big 4 accounting firms here in the US. And I'm not saying that to flex, but just to show you that I've been in your shoes and that I know exactly what it takes to land a job in this economy. And these fundamentals that we'll be going over just shortly help me do just that. So let's start with the one thing that every JavaScript dev secretly hates, and that's DSA, or data structures and algorithms. I know that it might sound like something that you only need for leak code interviews, but hear me out on this one. You see, we can't argue with the fact that AI already knows every single data structure and algorithm out there. However, at the end of the day, as a developer, you're still the one that's in charge of steering that ship. So let's say, for example, you use AI to generate code for searching through a contact list. You still need to decide whether or not it needs to use a fast hash lookup or a sorted list with binary search. The AI might give you the working code snippet, but if you have millions or even billions of data entries, only the right data structure will keep it fast and efficient. And recognizing that difference is on you, not on the AI. Data structures and algorithms were important 100 years ago while we were coding in Fortran. They're important today and they'll still be important tomorrow. The next fundamental is architecture and domain knowledge, which is just a fancy way of saying context. You see, AI is brilliant at syntax but poor at contextual awareness. AI doesn't know your business rules, legacy systems, or user needs. Imagine you're the dev that pushed AI-generated code that ends up bricking every device in the system, and some of those devices had legal holds on them. Congrats, your update just cost the company millions. Think of it like hiring a chef for a party. They might be able to cook you any dish you want, but only you know if anyone has any allergies or preferences. And at the end of the day, it's on you to adjust the recipe to fit everyone's needs. In the same way that you must guide the AI's output to fit your real-world context and needs, a job that realistically only a human can do. The last skill is one that most devs sleep on, and that's code comprehension. AI might be able to write you a function in seconds, but are you able to read it in seconds, or can you trust it right off the bat? At the end of the day, just because the code runs does not mean that it's right, or secure, or even using the right library. We've all seen AI reference functions that don't exist, misinterpret APIs, or just break logic in very subtle ways. If you can't read the AI-generated code and actually comprehend it, then you'll never catch on to that. And that's the difference between building something with AI that works versus building something with AI that burns down your entire production environment. See, AI is your intern, it's not your senior developer. You're the one that has to sign off on every single line. And this is just another example of how AI isn't here to replace you, but rather to make your life easier. In other words, thanks to AI, we are all senior devs now. And if you're at all interested in actually practicing these fundamentals and building resume-worthy projects, then check out the Codecrafters link in the description. They're the team behind the legendary Build Your Own X repository on GitHub. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.